say, I'll make you a little wager. I'll bet you that I can beat all 8 gyms, collect all the gym badges, defeat the Elite Four, and become Pokemon League champion. The Pokemon Black No Experience Postgame! Yes, that's right, finally back to finish what I started. After seeing several other challenge runs on YouTube, I basically realized, hey, I haven't finished mine, and lol, exactly 3333 on the clock there. That's kind of really weird. So, Unova's winter of discontent has passed into spring, now that the evil Overlord Dennis has been defeated. Wait for my C-Gear to activate, even though I'm not really using it. And we are back in our room, and I'm going to turn off the C-Gear immediately, because I'm not using it. Again, let's take a look at the heroes who felled the evil ambitions of Dennis and saved the world. Drill Smash, the Excadrill, sorry if that sounded horrible. Egoggy, the Gothafel. Steelheart, the Cobalion. Gal, the Tornadus. Greenblade, the Virizion, and Stronghorn, the Terrakion. And, well, guess there's nothing really much to do here, but, check out my room a bit. Hey, are they showing... Oh, they're showing nothing on TV, okay. Let's go downstairs, and what the, there are 2 mums here. Considering Dual Destinies, I'm a little worried about this. Quick, someone get the, tricks out and see if one of them is feeling emotions. Actually, we know which one's the, imposter. But it's kind of the exact opposite of the imposter I was expecting. This is the globe-trotting agent of the, International Police. His code name is Looker. It is how he is called. He has a weird yet awesome speech syntax. And he's been in a surprisingly large amount of games. Despite being added just to Platinum to Diamond and Pearl, he's actually become kind of the series' breakout character in a way. He basically, yeah, he's one of the few examples of police in the entire Pokemon universe who's not useless. So yes, the gym leaders did kind of help, but Team Plasma's castle has fallen. Anyway, he has appeared both in this game and also in X and Y. By the way, I haven't actually started that quest yet, so no spoilers for that, please. Yeah, he's also interestingly voiced by Jason Griffith in the anime. And apparently in an interview he said that he has little kids like mob him saying that he's Looker, for doing that. So apparently Looker is quite a popular character. But, however, we have a new mission here. The 7 Sages are still at large. Well, technically only 6 of them are at large because Dennis should have been captured. But yes, I'm certainly willing to help. Definitely want something to do for the post-game. That's a little creepy. And we were given this thing. This is perfect. Now I'll catch it for sure. Persona! Oh wait, no, wrong thing. Seriously, that anime scene made fishing so much more awesome for me. I honestly, since watching that, whenever I use a fishing rod in Pokemon, I always think of that scene now. But, anyway, what does having a fishing rod have to do with looking for the 7 Sages? So, what's the answer? Wow. Yeah, Yeah, I did say he's one of the few police in this world who's not completely useless, but even that isn't really saying much. We're still going to have to do most of the work ourselves. Okay, this seems almost like an Englishy badly translated memo description for the fishing rod there. But anyway, we now have full control again, and we can talk to Mum. Yes, they certainly are. People, I actually don't think we've seen anyone from the International Police except for Looker. But after we leave the house, it's now suddenly summer. Yeah, I may have played this game at a very weird time. Yeah, so seasons just passed, like, immediately. And the Strait and gym leaders, oh yes, that's the reason why they weren't there. And the fact that the Shadow Triad were mentioned in the next sentence absolutely has no relation. Unfortunately, it looks like the Shadow Triad helped the evil Overlord Dennis escape, so it seems like he's still at large. But Bianca says she's going to Black City. Black City? Isn't that the city that's black on the other side of Route, I forgot what it is already? Yeah, so there's all sorts of Pokemon there that we've never seen before. But speaking of Pokemon that we've never seen before, Cedric Juniper is about to give us something that's going to help with that. Yes, the National Pokedex, and that acquaintance is almost certainly Professor Oak, I'm pretty sure. Well, you never know, it could be Sycamore, it could be, one of the others, but probably Oak, because it's usually always him. Anyway, upgrade, upgrade, and the one upgrade that actually makes a difference, which is mine. And we now have the National Mode, which is going to be completely useless to me, because I can't really catch most of the National Pokedex Pokemon anyway. And I am never ever going for Pokedex completion, even in non-challenge runs. Pokedex completion has just never interested me. I don't know why, it just hasn't. I just don't like going for Pokedex completion. And this was before this Shiny Charm and Round Charm existed, so there weren't any real rewards for completing it in this game. In the next game there are, but in this one not so much. Oh yes, even more, considering that Gen 6 is out now. But yes, let's meet again somewhere, and we will. Hi Sharon, I like you a little bit less after watching Marilyn's Black Wedlock. But you're still cool, at least in this universe. In that universe you're an evil jerk, but in this universe you're still cool. Well, he is one of the opponents on my Strong Trainers hit list, I guess. I'll be talking more about the Strong Trainers hit list a bit later. For the time being, I'm going to focus on the Seven Sages quest. Just, talking to Bianca and her relatives a bit. But, hey, we've met a lot of different Pokemon. Yeah, unlike the fact that Lucas seems to think that I'm a million people, I am not. Yeah, we're not Legion from Fire Emblem. But, anyway. And just checking out Sharon's parents, because I like to talk to everyone and see if they're saying anything different. I don't think you are saying anything different. And I somehow forgot to talk to Sharon's mother. Anyway, I'm going to go stop by Professor Juniper at her lab. I know this technically isn't required, but there is one of the TMs that you get for seeing Pokemon that I didn't actually get last time, and I now will be able to get it. So, let's go ahead and check my Pokedex. I do like how they give you TM rewards for this. It's kind of a nice incentive at least to see Pokemon. 140 Pokemon, that's almost all of them. Probably only missing 10 Pokemon, yeah, from the Unova Dex, that is. And we get TM10 Hidden Power, which I doubt is going to be very useful in this challenge, considering that this was before Hidden Power had fixed base power. Now it varies based on IVs, and without breeding, you are very unlikely to get a decent Hidden Power, so it's not really going to be that useful. But anyway, let's check what we've seen. We've seen almost every single Pokemon in the Unova Dex. Like, just look at this. Very few. Okay. Ferrothorn, it's actually impossible to see without actually raising one yourself. Really, it's true. No in-game trainer uses it. It's kind of strange. But apart from Ferrothorn, let's just see. The only others we haven't seen are the Snivy line, which again, we can't see unless one of our rivals own them, and they don't. So, Oh, actually, wait, they're ours. Right then. The only reason we haven't seen those is because I have absolutely zero ability to evolve my Snivy, considering that we're not gaining experience. The rest of them we haven't seen. We'll actually be seeing some of them a little later. Like, I don't think we'll be seeing Zwilus, though. And Thunderous, I believe, and Landorus are also, unless Landorus is only in the, National Dex, I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, it doesn't matter, because we're not going to be going for seeing all of them anyway. In fact, oh wait, you get the... Wait, do you get the overlap? Ah, wild Pokemon encounter! Why, hello there, level 2 Lillipup! You are totally a threat to me at this point. Anyway, I think seeing all of the Unova Pokemon gives you the Round Charm, and seeing all of the National... No, wait, catching all of the National gives you the... I kind of forget, since again, I've never gone for Pokedex completion. But anyway, we want to use a Repel right now, because there's absolutely no reason to encounter wild Pokemon at all in this area. So, what I'm going to be doing is, I'm going to be heading on to, I was about to say Aquacorda Town. Wow, I'm still in X and Y mindsets. This is Accumula Town, I believe. Now we're going to check out the PC, and this is the first episode I've uploaded since Twitch Plays Pokemon started, so I have to make the obligatory, PC, evil reference, because honestly the PC actually does scare me. I've never actually participated in Twitch Plays Pokemon, but I do find it kind of amusing. Anyway, for beating the game, we get some new wallpapers. In Special, we have Reshiram, Zekrom, Monochrome, and Team Plasma. Yeah, we get these for, like I said, beating the game, and they're pretty cool wallpapers, I will say. I'll just switch to the Reshiram one for a second, because it looks very, very awesome. Now, I'm going to do something, and people are probably going to hate on me for this, but I can explain. I'm going to go ahead, and actually this is the first time I've been able to check Naga's stats. Sassy, eh? Ooh, minus speed, but special defense is quite good. I am going to be putting Naga in the party. But wait, you ask, didn't you say that you won't be using Ubers? Well, actually I said that I won't be using Ubers during the final battles with N and Gets's, and I didn't. And you're getting a full set of hero medals, even though I'm gonna leave you out of the party for a bit. The thing is, the Pokemon in the post-game, and I'm gonna just give everyone, full... I always like to do this in my runs where I'm not, when I don't have Pokemon that I'm breeding. I like to just put every single mark on the Pokemon that I have through my party the whole game, the ones that I consider the real heroes. So hey, medals for everybody. But like I was saying though, the Pokemon in the post-game are generally level 60 at minimum. And the thing is, despite Reshiram being an Uber with ridiculously high stats, in a no-experience run, it's actually not that much of a big deal. Like, when I actually show you some of the trainers we'll be fighting, and believe me, we'll be fighting some trainers in this part, when you see what we're up against, you'll realise that it really does even things out. Being stuck at level 50 actually makes Reshiram quite balanced, surprisingly enough. And I have to put my HM slave Ducklet in the party because I'm gonna need Surf and Fly very soon. Because it's time to hunt down the 7 Sages. I do believe it's investigation time! We're on the case! So, the first one of the 7 Sages is actually pretty close to us. In fact, there are quite a few that are nearby. But anyway, let's just see if Reshiram can learn some good TMs. Now again, let me explain this. Now again, you might still be sounding off at me for using Ubers, but again, I will say, keep watching, you'll see a few battles with this thing, and in the post-game, Reshiram is actually... I mean, if it's stuck at level 50, I mean, if Reshiram could level up, I would not using it. There's no way in hell that I would be using it. But in a no-experience challenge, you'll be surprised just how much of an even match, or even at a disadvantage, Reshiram is at against a lot of the post-game opponents. You'll really be surprised. Being stuck at level 50 really compensates for its absurdly high stats, and I actually think it's totally fine for me to use it in the post-game. So, yeah. And in fact, I will say, for the post-game, all bets are off when it comes to Pokemon that I'll be using. Mainly because there's a lot of opponents that there's no way I'm going to be able to get through, quote-unquote, legit. I'm going to have to use whatever brute force I have available, because these post-game opponents are tough even normally. With no experience, they're an absolute nightmare, and I'm going to need all the help I can get. But anyway, our first port of call is the other side of Route 1, where we all began. Well, where it all began. So, I'll probably be applying another repel soon, and we're gonna go back into the ocean of no message board. Come on past me, use a repel please, don't bore them with encounters, they're really not gonna like that, please respect your viewers. And looks like past me actually, wow, listened to me surprisingly quickly. Nice one past me, you're actually not an idiot sometimes. Anyway, let's just surf on over to the island. Hi, swimmer. And believe me, there's a reason that we'll be going this way, but you'll be seeing in just a little bit. Why am I going this way? Why am I going this... Why am I... Well, past me, I take it back about you not being an idiot. You just... Wow. Wow. You suck past me, seriously. You are an incredible moron. I take back everything I said about, you being smart. And yes, in case you can't tell, I am doing this post-commentary. The main reason why I'm actually commentating on this now is because I actually have had these files sitting around on my PC for a long time. But anyway, we're finally over here, and whoops! Now, I'm really not one for cutting out battles during the main story. I'm really not. I kinda don't like it when people cut out battles, but I'm gonna cut out this one. Because, seriously, no one's gonna want to watch this. This is a level 34 Boldor and I have a level 50 Reshiram. And everyone burned to the ground, the end. Yep. So, yeah, had to cut that out, because seriously, that was incredibly boring. Yeah, I had hoped I wouldn't have to battle anyone that weak in this part, but anyway. I could get the La Vesta now if I wanted, but I'm not going to need it, because very soon I'm going to have access to something much, much better than a La Vesta. Although I'm going to go in there to heal for a second, just to mostly to recover PP. Now, our next destination is... Repel wore off. Right here. This is Sage Rood. So you were born in a land with ocean smell. Maybe you were born in Hoenn, considering that has a lot of oceans. Except, your boss used that because he was evil and manipulative. Well, that kind of comes with the fact that he was, raised, you know, with no contact with humans. Yeah, people like that are creepy, seriously. And Dennis gave you this. Oh, of course, Double Team! Yeah, of course! The evil Dark Lord Dennis entrusted you to this TM, of course it would be evil, and yes it is the most evil TM in existence. Wow. Ah, Dennis, you are getting parting shots at me even though I've already defeated you. He's the culprit, grab him! Anyway, it's time to arrest one of the 7 sages. Let's bring them in for interrogation and see if we can find out the whereabouts of Dennis after he's disappeared. There remain 5 of the 7 sages, and the next one is actually still pretty close to us. So, we're helping here. Now, if you can't tell, for each sage that you track down, you get a new TM. All of these TMs are stat-boosting TMs. And this means they withheld most of the TMs that would be most useful for a no-experience challenge. They withheld them from you until the post-game. Dang it, troll freak! Ugh. Yeah, some of the TMs we will be getting through this quest are things that I really would have liked to have had before the Elite Four. But anyway, our next destination is the Dream Yard. You might notice there used to be a cone here. It's now gone, leading us to a staircase. So, let's see what's down here, and the music goes a little bit deeper. Welcome to the Dream Yard interior, where the trainers are much, much stronger than before. There was a reason they locked this area off to you before, and you're about to see just why Reshiram is not totally game-breaking if it's stuck at level 50. Here we go, first real battle of the post-game. Scientist Marcus with a K. Drowsy. Yep, it may be an unevolved Pokemon, but it is level, is that 53 or 60? It's hard for me to read on this interface that I'm using at the moment. I think it is 63, actually, though. So, X attack, really, on a Drowsy? I know that your thing is using X items, but don't you think an X special or an X special defense would be better? See, I only 2-hit KO a Drowsy with one of Reshiram's strongest moves. Yeah, that should be saying something. That one may have been easy, but his next Pokemon is a Hypno. You'll probably notice a theme to his team here. Of course, you were alerted to Fusion Flare. That makes way too much sense. The interesting thing about Fusion Flare is that it barely even 3-hit KOs Hypnos, and they have Nasty Plot. No, the interesting thing that I was going to say is that it actually has a different animation if it gets a critical, which is kind of interesting. But, oh boy, Psyshock and Nasty Plot. Yep. And wow, that did a lot to Reshiram. And this Hypno is faster than me as well. So, as you can see here, Reshiram is not the be-all and end-all of the post-game. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to have Reshiram fainted in its first real battle. Yeah. As you can see, I probably let him faint just to prove a point here that Reshiram is not game-breaking in a no-experience challenge in the post-game. I wouldn't recommend using it against Ann and Dennis, but still. Oh crap, see, even not very effective, that did that much, wow. Psyshock can be really dangerous, wow! Oh, that's bad. That's very bad, and Nasty Plot is, yep, see, as you can see, the post-game opponents are tough, and I'm going to need to take every advantage I can get. Wow, you're dumb! You know, if he hadn't done that, I might have actually been totally wiped here. Okay, that was interesting. That was interesting. I kind of hate to have to win due to sheer AI stupidity, but I'll take it. And let's Thunder Wave this thing. Oh, Mashana gives me bad memories of Caitlyn. Oh. Thunder Wave you. Oh, crap. Forgot about Synchronize. You always forget about Synchronize. Lucky chance. Critical hits would actually be pretty useful right about now. I have full restores though, and in case you just tuned in, there are no restrictions to using any items in this challenge. Believe me, you do not want to play a no experience challenge without any item restrictions. This is going to confuse me, isn't it? Oh, not. That is not very effective, is it? Yeah, it's not very effective, okay. This was, of course, past the point where Future Sight does Psychic types damage. It was typeless, I believe, in every generation up to Generation 4. Oh, this is going to be bad. Yeah, this may take a while. See, I told you critical hits would be really useful right about now. Come on, special defense drop. You can give me a special defense drop. Come on, the AI always gets it when they need it. No special defense drop, obviously. And of course, we hit with Hypnosis. Funny story, lately I was playing a bit of Battle Maison. I lost quite a few streaks, mainly due to the fact that they had, I think it was actually a Mushana as well. It hit without fail every time it used Hypnosis, and I always stayed asleep forever. Meanwhile, when I use my Vivillon there, and I actually put things to sleep, they always wake up first turn. Oh, and hey, I woke up first turn. Wait, did I wake up first turn? Oh, wait, I just used a healing up. Sorry, I wasn't paying much attention there. But, thankfully, this thing was paralyzed. It probably would have tried to use Dream Eater, knowing it. Yes, of course you hit again with Hypnosis. Hey, anyone remember when Hypnosis got its accuracy buffed up to 70% in Diamond and Pearl, and then nerfed back down to 60 again in Platinum, simply because they realized, oh wait, this is actually pretty broken. Yeah, Gengar and Bronzong just ran so rampant in early Generation 4 with all that Hypnosising and stuff. You saw that a lot back then. And not quite. Please don't have a full... Okay, a few you missed. Okay. Please don't have a full restore. Thank you. And goodbye. And I'm going to try and avoid all the other trainers if I can. This guy was unavoidable. The other trainers in here can be avoided. You know what? I wonder why you lost too. If you hadn't used Future Sight there with Hypno, you probably would have beaten me, actually. Yeah. Don't want to run into you. You'll notice that these people are kind of weird. Whenever you start running, I believe, not when you start running, but whenever you go near them, they hop. I don't quite understand yeah, it's really weird, but if I can dodge the rest of these trainers, I would very much like to. It's going to be tricky, but I want it. Again, because of a no experience challenge, there is absolutely no point to fighting these people, and hey look, there's our target right there! You do realise that I saw you long before you did that. Yeah, I wasn't surprised by you at all, due to the fact that I have a perspective that lets me see over walls. But I was in a state of surprise. Well, I guess that did surprise people who hadn't spoiled themselves on that plot twist earlier. Well, I guess, yeah, we probably would have beaten you anyway. Well, I can't take Pokemon to the next level, but that's beside the point. And we get a much more useful TM, Swords Dance! Oh boy, would this have been useful if we'd actually had this earlier. Yeah, Swords Dance! You now see why I'm going to do the 7 Sages quest now. These TMs, I am going to need them going into the later parts of the game. Also, stop or I'll put a cap in ya! Anyway, so, yeah, you can see why I'm going to need these TMs going into the post-game battles. Because with my low levels, I'm going to need every bit of extra stats that I can. So, Dennis notwithstanding, 4 of the 7 Sages remain. We're going to tackle 2 more of them in this episode. There'll be 1 more in the next episode, and after that, the Sage after that we won't be able to get until quite a while later. So, okay, we actually have some grass here. There is some much higher level Pokemon than normal here. Unfortunately, most of them are just things like Raticates and, I think, like Golbat and Arbok, maybe? Some weird stuff that's not really all that useful. We can go over here to get an item. A Hyper Potion. Not that I didn't have enough of those already. But yes, I'm going to start catching new Pokemon once I get into new territory. Really? I don't have strength. Right, you know what? Screw this, I'm flying out of here. You can push that boulder with strength to create a shortcut back here that's actually quite useful if you want to use that grass, but I don't intend on using it. So let's fly to Driftvale, land of the awesome music. Oh, I still love this place. So, there is one Sage that is incredibly close to here, and another Sage that is reasonably close to here, and those 2 we're going to go after for the remainder of this video. After we heal, because that scientist very nearly destroyed me. Speaking of destroying you, I would recommend that you at least are ready for battle going into these next few Sages. The first one, not so much, but the next one we're going to be dealing with, you might want to be ready for battle, just saying. So, let's go to cold storage. Get one last look at this place before it's demolished and replaced with the PWT in 2 years. Because you'll never be seeing this place again. Oh, that was shaking grass, wasn't it? I just want to see if... Nah, Ordino. You can get Stoutlands here, but, no such luck for me. And Ordino is useless to me because I can't gain experience. It's a surprise that Reshiram doesn't totally melt this entire area just by being here, but anyway. What I want to do is, I believe there is a shortcut back to the end that we created earlier. Or not. Okay, we have to go through here on our own. But anyway, cold storage is not that hard to navigate through, and once we get to the end of it, we will meet a very interesting member of the 7 Sages. Interesting to those of you who've played the sequels to this game. Yep, really not that hard, and I almost missed him. So, go in here, and we meet Zinzolan. Oh no, don't go on a long-winded rant about stuff. Oh, philosophical stuff again, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah, philosophy blah. Blah blah blah, I worked for Dennis blah, so my argument is invalid blah. That is creepy. But this is kind of foreshadowing what happens later. Stop pacing, you're really starting to annoy me. Oh, that line. Yeah, you'll be seeing a lot of that line in, yeah, we'll see. But you might think this guy is on his way to a what you'd call heel face turn at this point. And he gives us Hone Claws, raises attack and accuracy. How fitting that we'd get this in Clay's city, because Clay totally destroyed us with that very move a little while ago. That's annoying. Hone Claws it's useful for a few things. It's not as useful as Swords Dance most of the time. The main use of it is on Entrainment Durant. What the heck am I saying? Hustle Durant. Hustle Durant makes pretty good use of Hone Claws. And there are some other Pokemon that can use it fairly decently, like maybe Barbaracle with its, a lot of its moves with low accuracy. Of course, Barbaracle is better off using Shell Smash, but that's Generation 6, which doesn't apply here. So, anyway, 3 Sages remain. So, yet another one arrested. We have half of them down, because, spoilers, we're not going to be arresting Dennis this game. But anyway, I told you that the next Sage is actually pretty close to here. Well, we need to make our way to Chargestone Cave, and as you can probably tell, that's going to be one that we're going to need to battle for, because this one, again, no battles here. Land of the Awesome Music. Farewell, Driftvale. I doubt if I'll be seeing you again in this challenge, but we'll certainly be seeing you again, in the next game, which I do very well intend to do. Let's see if anyone here can learn Swords Dance. Did you have this before? And I think I may have deleted this. Wait, oh no, I didn't. I just gave it a work up. Swords Dance! Much more useful. Actually, I don't think these things learn Swords Dance until later, so I'm going to need to teach them now. Green... Oh yeah, you are Adamant, so you're going to be actually getting some good use out of Swords Dance. But I do like the moves that you have on currently. Even though I might not need Reflect as much at this point, I'm probably going to need it later. Or... sometimes the move learning interface is a bit weird, like all those weird questions that it keeps asking you. Some of them you have to answer yes, some of them you have to answer no. It gets confusing sometimes. Super Repel, then. And let's make our way to Chargestone Cave. Fortunately, that place is going to be a whole lot less annoying than it used to be, mainly because we can just repel our way through everything now. Before, oh boy, having to find that Clink. While we're moving through this area, let us pay our respects to Swan, who sadly perished here at the hands of that jerk and his Archon. That guy is really dangerous. Like, the Ace Trainers here are always pretty nasty, especially in Nuzlocke. Yeah, you. You there, murderer. Yeah, you start walking around and spinning in place, you murderer. Yeah, I'll call Looker on you eventually. Right then. We have to make our way to the very bottom floor here. You see, before, the bottom floor, really the only reason to go there was to almost get murdered by a Lilligant and to find Tynamo. But now, there's another reason we need to go down to the bottom floor. No, getting Bright Powder is not one of the reasons to go to that floor. I hate Bright Powder. Anyway, so, we are almost at our destination. Just need to make our way through the lower floor of Chargestone Cave and dodge past the evil Lilligant girl who was down here. And that's you, I think. And get to the bottom. Actually, no, we need to go down here. And we'll meet one of the sages. Unfortunately, as you'll be seeing in a moment, we'll need to be a little careful going into this sage. And hey, it's Bronius. Unfortunately, he doesn't have like a whole party of Rapidashes or something to back him up. But he does have more conventional backup. We have some Team Plasma members. And this guy is going to be all like Garland and knock you all down. Yep, the Team Plasma battle theme is not completely gone. We'll still be hearing it a few more times in this game. So we have to fight yet another Team Plasma grunt and a Watchhog. This thing is reasonably high level, so... But hey, let's go ahead and take down these Team Plasma guys with the Pokemon that we were supposed to defeat their king with. Mean look. You really think locking in an Uber Legendary against you is a good idea? Oh wow, critical hit. I think the animation is slightly different if you get a critical hit. I'm not sure, but anyway. Scrafty, this might be a problem. Oh, barely short of a super KO. But this is really not going to be much of a problem at all. Oh, hi, Focus Punch. For some reason, Scrafties in Battle Maison just love to use Focus Punch, which makes them really easy to exploit. I'll just finish you with Dragon Breath. Breathe on you! And you go down. So, next... Wait, no. That's all. Actually, this was the strength that I chose not to use to beat your Lord N, and you can kind of see why. But we have one more. Yeah. X-Team Plants. We'll be seeing a lot of those in the next game, but at the moment, this is kind of one of the main ones. 3 Pokemon, okay, that's interesting. And a Liepard, or Leopard, or I don't really. Like, honestly, like, again, my policy on Pokemon pronunciations is pronounce them however you want to. I don't believe there's any correct pronunciations at all, which is why I generally don't go for, like, any of the so-called... Whoa, crap! Yeah. So, hey, another reason why Reshiram is not totally game-breaking in the post-game. Yeah! Almost one KO'd by a Liepard, or whatever. And it's a Garbodor, which I kind of have a newfound respect for, seeing as, I guess it's a bit of a spoiler, but a certain, Nuzlocke. Really? You came in just to blow yourself up, really? And on a resisted Pokemon too. I'm kind of glad that I sent in Stronghorn on that, actually. Now this is nerfed Explosion, so yes, thankfully not KO. Okay, and another Leopard. So that was weird. Sucker Punch. That could be dangerous if I weren't... Yeah, Justified! Oh yeah, I love Justified when it works. And die. It's going to ignore any stat... Yeah, it doesn't ignore any stat increases on me, Sacred Sword. Goodbye. Oh man, I love Justified when it works. So awesome. But yes, that exploding Garbodor, notwithstanding, that battle went okay, apart from a critical hit. But anyway, we have defeated Bronius's evil guards. Yeah, you only now realise that you've been hypocrites this whole time. We get TM69 Rock Polish. Basically, agility, but with a lot of better distribution, and given to a lot of Pokemon that could really, really need the speed boost. It's a nice TM to have. He's the culprit, grab him! And another arrest. So, yeah. This video is almost over, so I guess I'll just say, with this guy down, there will be only 2 sages left. Now, I'm going to put the next sage in the next video, because he is actually somewhere where we need to go anyway, because there's something else waiting for us where he is. The final sage, though, is going to be somewhere quite far off, and for that, well, we're going to have to wait until much later. But anyway, thank you for watching this part. We've now taken down 4 of the sages, got 3 useful TMs and 1 evil TM. See you later.